Oh, shoot. Check me out. I think we in the game. All right, let's share my screen. Am I having, let's see. Oh, shoot. All right, hopefully we are good, money. Let me share my screen. All right, y'all. There we go. Here we go. Yeah, let's get this party started. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. All right. So I am making sure that everyone's videos are off. I'm going to do my best to limit distractions. I am super excited about this masterclass. As you are coming in, let me know where you are tuning in from tonight. Y'all know I like to do a little roll call, see who we got checking in. We are going to get started in about 2 minutes. I want to just give a couple more people a chance to hop on and get comfortable. And then we'll go ahead and get this thing started. Let me come to the chat so I can see where y'all are checking in from. Hey, Shalonda, checking in from VA. Y'all know I'm in ATL. How's the weather? I think this weekend the weather was like pretty crazy, like across the country. Nashville is in the building. Cashville, Tennessee. What's up, Christina? New York, California. How's the weather in California? Are you in Southern California or what? You in the Bay? Where are you at? So y'all, before we get started and I'm like officially on the record, let me just tell y'all that I'm super excited that I finally got a standing desk. Now this is probably like no big deal to y'all, but it's a super big deal to me because I have wanted a standing desk for a long time and I feel really fancy. So cheers to this standing desk. It's something about being able to stand while you're presenting and speaking, you know? So, okay, I am excited. Let's see, it is 8:03. I want to go ahead and hit record so we can get this thing going. Let me check though my sound. How's my sound? Let's do a quick sound check because I do have my microphone plugged up and I usually just use my computer audio. So let me know before I hit record. Is the sound okay? Yay or nay? And I'm also going to stop my video for just a second. I'm good. Okay, perfect. So I am going to come back on video in just a second. But I want it to be like a clean thumbnail photo. So let me go ahead and hit record. And we're going to get this party started. You know what? Let me stop this recording because this is not even the right. Nobody was going to tell me that this is not the right. That's definitely not the right title. We're not doing monetization and manifestation. That's not what we're here for. Nope. So give me 1 second and let me pull up the correct title. And then we'll get started. I got a couple people in the waiting room. Let me let them in. All right. Okay, it's coming for real now, y'all. Here we go. All right. All right, there we go. Now I can start the recording. Welcome, welcome, welcome to tonight's Manifestation Masterclass. I am Coriel, serial entrepreneur, two-time author, and educator that managed to turn my $32,000 teaching salary into multiple six-figure brands. I am the founder of Work University, which is an online learning platform that connects Black women to the resources that they need so they can save themselves, stop living paycheck to paycheck, and start living the lives of their dreams. I am also the founder of the Single Wives Club, which was a relationship readiness organization that prepared single women to become wives. Now, back in 2011, I started the Single Wives Club after I got out of an abusive relationship where I was engaged to be married, and I ended up selling the Single Wives Club in 2017. However, I am beyond excited to bend the block and come on back around for my single ladies. As much as I have enjoyed focusing on monetization and helping other women start businesses, I just realized that I am doing you all a disservice if I'm just one more person out here screaming, make money, make money, make money, start a business, start a business, start a business, and not helping you to also put just as much time and effort and energy into your personal life, into your relationships. And so that is where I am going with my messaging, with my mission. I really, truly am on a mission to help Black women prepare to be loved properly. And so I want to do a quick check. If you don't want to tell your business, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But really quick in the comments, just so I can kind of take a temperature of who we have in the room. What are you here to manifest? Now, I know that we all have goals, desires, dreams, but I think that the majority of us, the majority of you, are probably here because you are interested in either manifesting a man or some more money. So of those two, let me know in the chat really quick who we got in the building. Like, what is your goal? We're going to talk about both of them. So it doesn't really matter what brought you here. You're definitely going to get what you came for. But just so I can make sure I know. Okay. Because y'all trying to cheat. Don't try to take the easy way out and say both. We all want both. Let's talk about our priority though, because you can have it all. But which one are you going to focus on first? And there's no right or wrong answer. I'm not saying that you should focus on one or the other first. I just want to know what your priority is. Okay, so marriage, money, stability, both. But I came for the man. Come on, Dasheen. Dasheen is here to be honest, tell the truth, and shame the devil. She came for the man, baby. Listen, just admitting that is half the battle, okay? True love leading to marriage, stability, relocation. Ooh, Christina trying to get out there to LA. I love it. Marquita said a relationship, house, and money. Okay. The picket fence, the dog, the 2.5 kids. You want the total package. I love it. Okay. So again, like I said, it doesn't matter what you came here for. It doesn't even matter what you think you came here for, because sometimes you could think that you showed up here for one reason, and then what you really get, what you really needed is something different. So what I want you to know though, is that there's no, I don't believe in coincidences. I do not believe that you are here for no reason. I believe that you are right here, right now, listening to this message, tapping in to this topic for a very specific reason. And I'm all about setting intentions, because I truly believe that God can't give you what you want if you don't know what you want. So I should have said this, but I think it goes without saying that you're going to need a notebook, right? You're going to need a notebook. So if you already got that notebook out, go ahead and write that down. God cannot give me what I want if I don't know what I want. Most people don't get what they want because they don't know what they want. If you don't have a clear destination, how are you going to get directions to get there? That's literally like getting in your car and saying, hey, Siri, take me somewhere. I don't care where we going. Y'all, I said, hey, Siri, and my phone and came on. Oh, Lord. But it's literally like you just allowing your Waze app to decide your destination. If you do not have a goal, you don't know where you're going. Okay? If you don't have a goal, you don't know where you're going. So I didn't want to create a presentation and do all of that fancy stuff. I did just have that title slide just so that it would look fancy at the opening of this video, but I didn't want to do all of that. I just wanted to talk to y'all. Like I put my lipstick on so I could turn on my camera so we could just really have a real conversation. Now, if you see me looking down, it's because I do have lots of notes. So I do, I was prepared. I did not do a presentation because I, wasn't prepared, but I really feel like this is a topic that is so personal that I really wanted to just like be able to be here with y'all. Okay. So how this is going to work tonight, we're going to talk about some frequently asked questions, like some basic information, some basic definitions that I feel like we kind of got to cover first so that we're all on the same page when I'm mentioning, these topics or these phrases. We all know what we're talking about here. So we're going to start with that. And then I'm going to share with y'all 5 principles, 5 manifestation principles. And then I want to talk to you about how you can actually put it into practice, like how you can actually make this a part of your lifestyle. Okay, because manifestation is not a principle or a concept that you master. Okay, it's not something that you say, okay, I am a manifestation master. Now I just go out and live my life. This is something that you have to practice. It has to become habit. It has to literally become a part of your daily routine, right? So let's go ahead and get into it. What is manifestation? Now, everything y'all hear me say today, this is not stuff that I've heard about, I've read about, I've seen on Google. If you go Google the definition of manifestation that I'm about to give you, this is my definition. So what you Google may not match what I'm sharing with you because I'm literally teaching you the principles, the practices, the things that I have personally used. And I like to explain things to you all in the way that I understand them. Okay, so for the sake of tonight's class, manifestation is defined as using thoughts and energy to create your reality. Using your thoughts and your energy to create your reality. So now that we've gotten the definition out of the way, how does manifestation work? Manifestation works by you first setting an intention, and we're going to dig deep. So don't worry. I'm just trying to give y'all like high level baseline information so we are all on the same page. So the way that manifestation works, it works by you setting a specific intention and you being aware and in alignment, aware of the opportunities, aware of these blessings coming about, aware of your manifestation coming to fruition, and in alignment with what it is that you want to manifest. In alignment. The key word there is in alignment with the things that you want to manifest. You are only going to manifest that which you are a match for. You have to be a match in order to manifest. Law of attraction. What is the law of attraction? The law of attraction is literally the principle that says what you put out is what you get back. So that's why the key word there is alignment. You cannot put out broke mindset energy and then expect to attract healthy, wealthy energy or a healthy, wealthy person. That's not what you're a match for. In order to attract healthy, wealthy, you got to be what? Healthy, wealthy. Like attracts like. So that brings me to the very first principle. So principle number 1, be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for. Now, manifestation is, in my opinion, like the closest thing to magic. Okay, now you can have your own personal feelings, however you feel about magic, but you understand the concept of magic. Like mind blowing, how did that happen? Oh my God, I don't believe it's real type of thing, right? That is how manifestation works. That's how it's worked in my life. I have seen it happen. It is mind-boggling the way manifestation can play out. So, because this is literally a magical concept, because it is law, how it works, you have to be careful how you are using it. You have to make sure you're using it in a way that is beneficial for you and will not hurt you. So, quick story, you might have already heard this, but that relationship that I was in, that abusive relationship where I was engaged to be married, that was literally a manifestation. That did not happen to me by chance. I didn't just stumble into this situation. I literally, in October of 2008, wrote a letter to God October 2009, I wrote this letter to God, spelling out all of the things that I wanted in a man, the list, right? So I made the list, all of the petty little things that I could think about that I desired. I put it all in this list. And by March 6th, that was October 2009. By March 6th, 2010, that list walked into my life. And not only did he walk into my life, but the day he walked into my life, he told me I was going to be his wife. So again, put yourself in my shoes as a 24-year-old woman who was dead set on either being engaged or being married by the time I was 25. Like in my mind, I had to be married by the time I was 25. Now, side note, have you all ever given yourself like these timelines of perfection? Like in the perfect world, this is what my life would look like. I would graduate college at 21. I would be married by 25. I would have 3.5 kids by the time I was 30. We would buy our dream house by the time we're 35. Did you have this picture perfect timeline in your head, or was it just me? Y'all got to let me know in the chat. Help me out here. I feel like I'm talking to myself. Okay, Christina says yes. Okay, so you understand. So it wasn't just me. So I was 24. According to this timeline, I needed this husband by 25, right? 24 and a half rolls around, and this man, shows up in my life and tells me that he's going to be my husband, that I'm going to be his wife. And when I tell you that out of the 20 things that I had in this letter, he was at least 18 of them. It was to the point where I literally just felt so lucky. I felt like God had just answered my prayers, like this husband that I had been preparing for and praying for. He just dropped it. He just fell in my lap. That's how I felt, because he was literally everything that I had just, requested and ordered up from God in this letter. But when I tell you that everything that I put in this list was petty, silly things that were not really going to matter, it was everything I wanted and nothing that I needed. But because I was not intentional about what I was putting in this list, because I was just operating from a silly standpoint and not a serious standpoint, and not thinking about what was really going to matter 5, 10, 15 years from now, I was just thinking about this job that I wanted him to have, this car that I wanted him to drive, this title, all of these superficial things that really were not going to matter down the line were exactly what I manifested, because that's what I put out there. So you can literally manifest a mess if your point of attraction is messy. I was not clear about what I wanted. I was not manifesting from a place of being whole. I was manifesting from a place of feeling like I needed someone to complete me. I was manifesting from a place of lack, of feeling like I'm lacking this, so I need someone to come along and fill in what I don't already have. And anytime you are manifesting from a point of a mess, you're going to manifest more mess. So the first principle, you got to be careful what you wish for, which brings me right into number 2, which is be intentional. You have to have a specific intention because the law of attraction is always working. It's either working for you or against you. It's either working for you or against you, but it's always working. Never like 24/7. The office is always open. Okay. What you have to figure out is how you can be intentional so that you can ensure that it is working for you and not against you. And the way that you can do that is by this simple 3-step process. So again, if you got your notebooks out, write this down. This process comes from Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. You might have heard about it on The Secret if you've read that book or seen that documentary. But the principle, the 3 parts, is ask, believe, and receive. This is how you can ensure that the law of attraction is working for you and not against you. The ask step is just what we're talking about right now by being intentional. The ask is all about making your specific request. It's like putting your prayer request in. For all my church folks, y'all know back in the day when the pastor would ask, if anybody got any prayer requests, you don't say just, I want you to pray for me. You say, I want you to pray that this surgery that I'm having next week is successful. I want you to pray that this job interview that I'm going on goes well. You put in a specific request. I don't just want to live good. Tell me exactly what you want. So the asking requires specific intention. What is that specific thing that you want? And I don't necessarily mean specific in you have to place your order with the universe or God. Like, I want a 6'5" man that drives a black Cadillac and he loves wearing I don't know, True Religion jeans. I know that's old school, but whatever. I don't mean specific like that. I mean being intentional and specific about the spirit of the man that you want to attract, right? The feeling that you want to experience. That is the how specific I want you to get. Not necessarily what he's going to look like, but what will the experience feel like? So step 1 is asking. And again, the ask has to be a very specific intention. God cannot give you what you want if you don't know what you want. So the ask is the easy part. The believing is where it gets a little tricky, because a lot of us think that, and I know I just told y'all that this is magical. It is magical, but it's not instant. So you can't just like make your vision board on a Monday and then manifest that vision on a Tuesday. I mean, you can, but just generally it doesn't really work like that. This isn't some instant thing where you're like putting in your order and then it's going to show up at your doorstep in 2 days like Amazon Prime. Not that. And because it doesn't usually happen that fast, again, it can, but it doesn't always. It can get frustrating. You can start to feel like it's not going to happen for you. And that belief can start to wear off. That belief can start to fade away. And so the believe in the ask, believe, receive is the hardest part, but it's the most important part, because that belief is what's going to bring forward your blessing. That belief that it's for you. Okay. And then the receiving, believe it or not, is just as tricky as the believing. I know that you're probably thinking like, how hard can it be for me to just receive what I want? Well, if it worked like that, that probably wouldn't be that hard, right? But when you can't recognize that this thing in front of you is actually what you want, how are you going to be in position to receive it? Let me paint a picture of what that means. For my single ladies, you have been praying and preparing for this healthy, happy, whole, masculine, manly man. But you have your heart set or your mindset or your eyeballs set on this man showing up in a specific shape or form or fashion. Like he has to show up looking like this. Will you be able to recognize him so that you can receive what you desire and deserve even if he doesn't show up in the package that you are prepared to receive him in. So what I'm trying to say is, if your Boaz shows up looking a little dusty, looking a little rough around the edges, will you be able to see his spirits? Will you be able to recognize that this is who you've been preparing for, that this is the person that you've been praying for, even if they don't show up in the perfect package? Because a lot of times we are busy looking right here, like we have our receiving hands out and we're right here looking for that thing that we prayed for, but we're looking with our eyeballs instead of our heart. So we're not really open to receiving the things that we've been praying for because we are anticipating that they're going to show up looking different. So quick story. I got 2 quick stories of examples of the law of attraction working for you and working against you. So y'all, and if there are any Pisces tuned in right now, no shade, don't judge me, okay? That abusive relationship that I was in when I was engaged to be married, he was a Pisces. And so I am just slightly traumatized by male Pisces, okay? Let me just put that out there. So because of that, I have always said, I don't want a Pisces child. Again, don't judge me, y'all. I hope this is a safe space. I hope I can keep it real with y'all. And again, I'm telling you, it's coming from me being traumatized in this relationship, okay? I made it very, very clear, like said it out of my mouth on several occasions to my husband years ago. Do not touch my body. Don't touch me. Stay away from me during the months of June and July. Because see, I had already did the math in my head. And I said, okay, Pisces season is February, March. So I got to count backwards. And I did the math to know that a Pisces baby is conceived in the summertime, June or July. So we had a conversation and I really thought we had an understanding. Be very careful. Don't touch me. Stay back. Stand down. In June or July, I don't want a Pisces baby. I'm traumatized. I don't want a Pisces baby. I put so much energy into not wanting a Pisces baby that guess what? My little sweet dumpling baby boy is. Guess what, y'all? Just guess. Just take a wild guess. You ain't got to guess. He's a Pisces. He's definitely a Pisces. He's definitely a Pisces. And I know 1000% that because I put so much emphasis on what I did not want, I got exactly that. And now that's just one example, but that is a very clear example of how this law works. What you focus on is what you find. That's like, the aunties, they used to say, if you go looking for something, you're going to find it. This is that. So if you spend so much time and energy and put all of your attention on what you don't want, that's exactly what you're going to get. So on the flip side of that, that's pretty like crazy, right? Because, I can't change his birthday. Like he is what he is. He's always going to be a Pisces, right? Let me tell you on the other side, the flip side of that. So that's it, like working against you. You're putting out there what you don't want so much that all you're saying is, all the universe hears is your words. The universe doesn't know your intention behind it. So all the universe hears is Pisces, 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 Pisces. Instead of me focusing on what I did want, saying, hey, I would love to have a Libra baby, Libra baby, Libra baby, Libra baby, Libra baby, Libra, Libra, Libra. I wasn't doing that. I was saying Pisces, 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 and that's exactly what I got. So flip side of that, we're on our honeymoon. literally just a couple weeks ago. And we were having a business meeting, right? One of our businesses is in the trucking industry. We own a couple 18-wheeler trucks. One of these trucks, the very first truck, has been the biggest headache since 2019. I have wanted to get rid of this truck since like 2019. Kendrick has been holding on to this thing until right now, 2022. So on this honeymoon, it was probably like January 3rd or 4th or something like that. I said to him, like, we were supposed to have this meeting in December, but the wedding planning, like all the things, we just didn't get around to it. So I planned on having this conversation before the year even ended, but here we are, it's January, whatever. So I am preparing to like have this argument, like I'm gonna have to stand my ground, like I'm ready to get rid of this truck. I don't care what other plans and dreams and fantasies you got. This truck is costing us money. It's got to go. Like I'm putting my foot down. I'm making an executive decision. We getting rid of this truck. Like, we're selling this truck. And for the first time, this isn't the first time I've said this, but for the first time, he did not have a rebuttal. He was just kind of like, okay, you know what? 30 days. Like in the next 30 days, we're going to sell this truck. You guys, let me just tell you what happened next. Okay. And it's going to sound like unbelievable. You probably won't believe, but y'all, I'm not a liar. I swear I'm not. I swear I'm not. Okay. Within 30 minutes of us having this conversation, this man's phone rings. We in Mexico now. His phone rings. He picks up the phone and it's a transportation company that we sold a trailer to last year. The transportation company is calling to follow up about this truck that we're just having this conversation about. They had previously asked about it, but then nothing happened. So they're following up to get the final number, the amount that we owe on the truck. They want to get the final number so that they can have us send them an invoice on Monday. This was on Friday. Y'all, we literally sent out an invoice for $144,000 on that, I think it was Saturday. On that Saturday, the invoice was paid by that Monday. All from us setting an intention and releasing it. That was the key. Because like I said, this was not the first time I had said we getting rid of this truck. Like this was the first time I was serious. Like I was going to, put my foot down. But this was also the first time that he didn't fight me on it. This was the first time that he actually released it. And it's that release that actually brings, to you what you want. So 2 examples of the law of attraction working for you or the law of attraction working against you. Setting a solid intention and then releasing it, not being worried about it, not stressing out about it, but releasing it is what will allow you to manifest it. So again, principle number 1, be careful what you wish for. Principle number 2, you got to be intentional because the law of attraction is always working. It's either working for you or against you. And if you want to learn more about the ask, believe, receive principle, definitely encourage you to watch The Secret. You can watch it on YouTube and on Netflix. Principle number 3, be grateful. So we already talked about the importance of being intentional. Now we got to talk about the importance of being grateful because the energy of gratitude brings you more to be grateful for. Write this down. What you think about and what you thank about. So think, T-H-I-N-K, and then thank, T-H-A-N-K. So what you're thinking about and what you're thankful about is what you bring about. So just by having an attitude of gratitude will bring you more things to be grateful for. What I need for y'all to realize, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how effed up you think your current circumstances might be, no matter how much more you want to accomplish and achieve and go after, you are currently experiencing something that you once prayed for. Let me say that again. Because I need for y'all to understand that. You are currently experiencing something that you once prayed for. Now, you might be taking it for granted right now, but at one point you couldn't wait to get it. It might be them kids that's getting on your damn nerves that you was praying for at one time. It might be that career, that job title, that position that, you feeling overworked and underpaid. But at one point, this was your prayer. It might be friendships. It might be a business that's stressing you out. But at one time, you were praying for it. So if you just take a couple minutes every single day, and it could literally be just 2 minutes every single day, to just think about the things that you've already manifested, that will give you the courage to go out and the confidence to go out and manifest more. Seriously, just think about the things that you've been able to think about and bring about. We've been manifesting our whole lives. We just haven't known how to do it intentionally. So being grateful, thinking about the things that you're currently experiencing that you once prayed for, just write them down. And this will help with your attitude too. When that, in my opinion, just helps to put things in perspective. Like, how dare I be ungrateful? How dare I complain about XYZ when this is what I prayed for? It's like that Instagram quote that's like, you can't complain about your plate being full when you said, what was it? I don't remember. Y'all know that quote. It's like something about your hands being full, but you said you wanted to eat or something. You get it, okay? You get it. Y'all get it. Y'all got me. I know y'all got me. But principle number 3, you got to be grateful. What you think about and what you think about is what you bring about. Principle number 4, believe that it's coming even when the vision doesn't match your view. Let me say that again. You have to believe that it is coming, even when the vision that you have for your life does not match the current view of your life. So I have this vision of being in a healthy, happy marriage, but I'm single as hell. How am I going to continue to have this great attitude? How am I going to continue to, be grateful? How am I going to continue to walk with my head held high when I just don't know if this man is coming? I just can't believe that God didn't forget about me. Like, how can I do it? You better figure it out. Because fear and faith cannot operate the same space. And I truly believe that faith creates opportunities that fear would have kept hidden. So just you having the faith that God has a perfect partner out there for you, just by you having the faith that there is wealth out there with your name on it, just by you having the faith that God has something bigger and better for you, will create an opportunity for you to find it. Faith creates opportunities that fear keeps hidden. So fear will have you playing small. Fear will keep you in your house. Fear will keep you from going after your dreams, going after your goals, going after the things that you have been called to do. Fear will keep those things hidden, but faith will create opportunities. So just by having the faith that God is going to bless you will bring you closer to those blessings. So believe that it's coming. I truly believe that you got to go through it to get to it. Okay? You got to go through it to get to it. God has to prepare you for these things that he's about to bless you with. He can't just give it to you. He got to get you ready so that when he gives it to you, you don't mess it up. So the preparation, a lot of times it feels like punishment. A lot of times it feels like God forgot about you, but I promise you he did not. But you got to make sure you keep going through it so that he can carry you to it. If you stop, if you slow down, if you take too long of a break, you ain't giving him nothing to work with. Okay, I believe you got to give God something to bless. Now, he is an awesome God. He can do all things. But I believe you got to give him something to bless. I believe he wants to bless people who are taking the initiative. So believe that it's coming, even when your vision board does not match your current view. Even when the things that you've been dreaming about has nothing to do with what you're currently experiencing. You have no idea how you are going to align this view with that vision. It doesn't matter. That's not for you to figure out. Your goal is to operate in faith. That's it. The number one biggest mistake that you can make when it comes to manifestation, write this down. The worst thing you can do is worry. Write that down. Worry will ruin it all. If you're going to worry, you might as well not even waste your time. Because worrying is literally going to just undo all of the hard work you just put in. The moment you let that faith turn into fear, you literally just wasted your time. You undid all of your hard work. Might as well have not even made that vision board. Worrying is the worst thing that you can do. And complaining comes next. Complaining is a close second. So worrying that God is not going to bless you with what you desire and what you deserve, and complaining about what you've already been blessed with, those are the two like cardinal sins of manifestation. You got to believe that you are worthy of manifesting all that you desire. And if you don't believe that you're worthy of it, start putting in some work so that you can feel worthy of it. Principle number 5. Your thoughts, actions, words, and attention must match your intention. So remember, principle 2 is be intentional. You have to have a specific intention. A specific intention. You have to know exactly what you want. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to box yourself into what you're going to accept, but you do want to set a specific intention. So I am being intentional about the type of men that I'm entertaining. I'm intentional about the type of experience, the type of love that I want to experience, how I want to be treated, how I want to be talked to. I'm super intentional about it. And I'm so intentional about it that anybody who is not in alignment with my intention, my desires, they got to go. And so not only do they have to go, but any thought that is not in alignment, any words that are not in alignment, any actions that are not in alignment, they have to go. Everything has to be in alignment because, again, you're only going to attract that which you are a match for. So you have to be before you can do what you got to do so that you can have what you want to have. Write that down. Be, do, have. It's in that order. You cannot have first. A lot of us just want what we want because we want it. It doesn't work like that. You have to become the person that does the thing to have what you want. Be, then do, and then have. So pause for just a second and think about the person worthy of the things that you say that you want. Like if you close your eyes and you picture the person who's worthy of living that life that you say you want to live. So part of what I want to manifest is a healthy, happy relationship. Who is the woman that's worthy of that healthy, happy relationship? If you want to manifest this $1 million corporation, this business that you're going to build, Sherlonda is going to manifest her $1 million journal empire. What type of woman is worthy of running that $1 million journal empire? What type of habits does she have? What type of mindset does she have? What type of friendships and relationships and partnerships does she have? Who do you need to be so that you can do what you got to do so that you can have what you want to have? The being is where we have to put our focus and our energy and our time and our attention. The other thing that you're going to have to do is you're going to have to give that voice in your head something new to say. How many of y'all got that little hater in your head that's always trying to talk you out of your blessing? Always trying to convince you that you need to shrink yourself down. Always trying to tell you what you can't do, what you're not ready for, what the people don't want, what you can't have. You got to shut that hater down. Okay. A lot of times your biggest hater is literally living in your head. And so because that voice is never going to go away, you just got to give it something new to say. You have to rewrite that script that's been playing over and over and over on repeat in your head. So only you know what you've been saying to yourself. Only you know what that thing is. Maybe you talk to yourself about what you can't do, what you're not worthy of having, what you're not ready for, what you're not capable of. There's something that you've been telling yourself over and over and over again, probably for your entire life. And a lot of times, believe it or not, that loop that's playing and replaying and replaying and replaying over and over in your head, a lot of times our subconscious voice comes from our parents' perspective. So the things that they were reinforcing for us as little girls, you're not skinny enough, you're not smart enough, you don't take your time, you don't think, you're not, like whatever those things were. And unfortunately, a lot of times it's the negative stuff that really, really sinks in. But whatever those things were that you were, that were drilled in your head as a little girl, a lot of times that is what is subconsciously looping over and over and over in our head. And that is why our biggest hater lives in our head. Most of that stuff we're telling ourselves is not even true. It's rooted in foolishness, in something that's not even real, in some belief that we developed as a little girl. And so you got to get to the bottom of that so that you can rewrite the script that is playing over and over and over, because it's that script that's literally dictating what you do, what you attract, what you say yes to, what you entertain. It's that voice. So you got to get to the root of where that voice originates from. Another thing that you can start doing is just something small. Start reframing your thoughts around the things that you got to do. So instead of thinking about what you have to do, change it to what you get to do. Because every day that we wake up and we get a chance to do this thing over again, that's a day that we've been blessed, right? It's another day, another chance to get it right, another chance to do it better. And so I don't have to get up in the morning because my baby gonna wake me up. I get to get up in the morning and spend another day with my son, who I prayed for. Even though I don't really think I was prepared for him, I prayed for him. I don't have to take another meeting tomorrow. I get the opportunity to have another meeting that could push my business further, closer to my goal. I don't have to go down to Tampa next month for another training. I get the opportunity to sit in a room full of like-minded, like-spirited entrepreneurs who want to invest in themselves at this training. Do y'all see just how that small change totally reframes what you have to do? You're blessed with an opportunity to do these things. You get to do it. All right. So just that small tweak in how you think about things can totally change the way you attack the day. You don't have to, you get to. The best way for you to predict the future is by writing it down. The best way for you to predict the future is by writing it down. Put it on paper. Okay, that's the best way for you to predict the future is by putting it on paper. So let's talk about some ways that you can put all of this into practice, okay? Because I don't want to just give you like these abstract concepts or principles. without actually helping you figure out how you can implement this on a daily basis so that it literally becomes a habit. It becomes a ritual. It becomes part of your life. This is not something that you can just master. Okay, this is something that you got to do again and again and again and again and again until it really becomes a part of your daily habit. So putting it into practice. Close your eyes really, really quick. Okay, close your eyes. It's going to take like less than 60 seconds. And I promise you, we're about to wrap it up. So let's close your eyes and let's just imagine that instead of me giving away a staycation, I'm giving away a vacation. And you're not staying in your city. I'm flying you private on a private jet. You and 3 of your homegirls, I'm flying y'all out to Hollywood, okay? You're boarding this private jet. Close your eyes. Go there with me, okay? You done seen the little private jets on Instagram. So you walking up the stairs. You're boarding this jet. You taking your selfies. The flight attendant just popped open your bottle of champagne for the flight. You're ready for your weekend with your girls in Hollywood. You land at the Clearport. That's what it's called. It's the Clearport, y'all. It's not the airport. It's the Clearport when you're flying private. So you land in Hollywood. Got the black cars waiting on you. And this is an early morning flight. Now, I know you just had your champagne, but it might have been a mimosa. So it's an early morning flight. And because it's early, you just came from the East Coast, you want to make the most of your first day in LA. So you want to stop and get some coffee on your way to your hotel. So you all stop at Starbucks and you ordered your coffee. You're waiting at the end of the counter to pick up your coffee. You're waiting on them to call your name. And before they have the opportunity to call your name, an older gentleman comes up to you and he says, you just look like a star. I'm a Hollywood director. I direct multi-million-dollar motion picture films. And I have this major budget for a new film that I would like to start shooting next year, but I need a script. And because you have this face, like you just look like you would be the perfect person to star in this film. But listen, this is the thing. In order for you to star in the film, and y'all know that a big old paycheck is going to come for you starring in this film. So in order for you to star in this film and get this huge paycheck, the only caveat is you have to write the script. Now, here's the thing. You're writing the script, but you're actually starring in the movie too. So the script that I want you to write for us to start shooting this movie next year, the script that I want you to write is your dream life script. So starting at however old you are right now, open your eyes. Starting at however old you are right now, this Hollywood director wants you to write this script for your dream life. What is in that script? There is a exercise, a principle, an activity, a practice called scripting. And it's literally exactly this picture I just painted for you. It's you getting out your diary and you writing out this script. It's literally called scripting. Y'all can Google it. I didn't make this up. This is a real manifestation exercise, okay? Something you can do every day for just a couple minutes. And when you're scripting, you're writing out these experiences. You're literally like writing out episodes, writing out scenes, writing out the exact life that you want to live. Writing it out with as much detail as the writers have put into Ghost, the Power Book series. Y'all, it's so good. They got the craziest details. Like, how did they think of this? Who came up with this? You want to script your life with as much detail as your favorite television show, as your favorite movie. And by getting into the habit of scripting on a daily basis, like every day, thank you, God, for XYZ. You're writing as if it's already done. I am so blessed to be living in this multi-million-dollar home with the man of my dreams. I love that every single day I get to wake up, hop out of bed, prepare coffee, have our morning meeting, and not have to run out of the house because we are both entrepreneurs living that laptop lifestyle. So every single morning we get to wake up, enjoy a cup of coffee together, have our morning meeting, get the babies ready for the nanny to come over, and then we go off and operate our real estate business together. Now, I just made that up, but that does sound pretty dreamy. But you should be able to dream up your dream life with so much detail that you can literally close your eyes and see it. So scripting, I actually got this from a life coach a couple of years ago. This is something that he had his clients do on a daily basis. Every day, you should be writing out your script, the life that you are thankful for living. Not, I want this to happen. I am so grateful for. I am so thankful that. God, I am just so thankful that you've blessed me with these 3 healthy, respectful, creative, intelligent, free-thinking children. I'm literally writing it as if it already is. So the dream day exercise, knowing exactly what your dream day, your dream life looks like, and then writing it out. Writing it makes it real. There's literally something about spelling it out, right? Y'all know like witches and their spells, right? They're doing magic. They're making something happen through a spell. That's why when you spell it out on the paper, it's the key to manifestation. It's the key to the magic, writing out your spell. So that's one way for you to put it into practice. Another thing that I like to do is affirmation alerts. So first, you got to write out some affirmations that actually move your spirit and get you excited. The key to actually using affirmations and them working for you is for them to actually be meaningful for you. Don't just look at, don't just Google affirmations and then just write out what you saw on Google unless they actually get you excited. You should get like butterflies in your stomach by the affirmations that you set for yourself. So come up with 3 to 5 affirmations and then go into your phone's calendar or your alarm, whichever one you want to do, and schedule these affirmations to pop up throughout the day, every 3 hours, every 5 hours, every 2 hours if you have a stressful job and you need a little pick me up more often. But what this does is throughout the day, when these affirmations pop up, you speak the affirmation out loud and it puts you back. It just shifts you back into the right wavelength, the right mindset, the right attitude, the right spirit, the right energy. It just reshifts, it refocuses you, because y'all know that driving down the street, somebody can get on your nerves. You have road rage and now you got an attitude. Somebody might call you. They say the wrong thing, remind you of something you was mad about, and now you got an attitude. You get to your job and your coworker then came over and tried you too early in the morning. You ain't had your coffee yet, and now you got an attitude. But when that affirmation pops up, it gets you back in the right mindset. It gets you back in the right spirit. It helps you reshape your attitude so you can, when you are operating with that spirit of gratitude, having an attitude of gratitude, that's when you attract more to be grateful for. But when you mad, when you got an attitude, when you bitter, when you salty, you're not going to attract any goodness unless you're in a good mood. So the affirmation alerts will just help you to get back in a good mood. I also like to get daily downloads from God, spirit, whatever greater power you believe in. But the way that you can do that is through meditation. So again, this is Coriel's definition, not Google, not the dictionary. But I believe that prayer is when you do the talking to God. And meditation is when God does the talking to you. So I try to get these daily downloads from God. And the way that I do it is through meditation. I will tell you that meditation can be very hard to master. It's not natural for most of us who did not grow up with parents who taught or talked about meditation. It can be extremely difficult for busy women who have a lot going on, and your mind is always racing and you always are thinking about the next thing, the next thing, the next thing. It can be hard for you to sit still and get quiet for long enough to let God give you those downloads, but it is necessary. Okay, that's how you can start to trust yourself more than the opinions of other people. It's by tapping in, by getting in tune, by strengthening that relationship. Not always going to God begging for stuff. Most of us only go to God begging for stuff, AKA praying for all the things we want, all the things we want God to bless us with. But we don't spend as much time listening, getting direction for how we're going to go about getting those things that we just prayed for. You can't just pray and expect God to just drop it in your lap. You got to pray and then get the direction and actually follow that direction. And the way that you can get the direction is through meditation. And then last but not least, I got out of creating vision boards a couple years ago because I feel like I just personally was not being intentional enough with the vision boards. However, side notes, one of the vision boards that I created in probably like 2009, I can't find it. I can't find pictures of it. But if I do, listen, I'm going to post it all over my Instagram, because at the top of this vision board, I can see it in my head. Around the sides of the vision board, I put like all of the destinations that I wanted to travel to. And then at the top in the center, I put Miami, and I cut out, I put it in a heart, and I like cut out the heart and put it in the center, because I wanted to have, it said Miami, NYE. Swear to God, it said Miami, NYE for New Year's Eve, because I've always wanted to get married in Miami on New Year's Eve. Where did I just get married on January 1st? Well, December 31st, Miami, New Year's Eve. Even though this was the third destination that we had to choose. So I didn't even like set out to get married in Miami on New Year's Eve. We were supposed to get married in Jamaica, February 2021. Then we were supposed to get married New Year's Eve in Mexico. But because of COVID, we had to change the plans twice. So it wasn't even my intention to get married in Miami on New Year's Eve, but that is definitely something that was on my vision board. Being intentional, not even planning on it, but I set that intention years and years and years ago, and it actually came to fruition. So let's talk about specific things that you can do for attracting a man versus attracting money. But really quick, back to the vision board. If you stick around to the end, I am going to give you the link and show you this new virtual vision board that I created with Canva. And I'll give you the link to it if you want to create your own too. Okay, so I didn't create like a physical vision board anymore, but I did find a really cool way to do it virtually. So that way you can save it on your phone as like your wallpaper, or you can put it on your tablet or your computer, your laptop, whatever. But it's a constant reminder of what you are working for. So vision boards are really great if you're intentional behind them. You can't just like turn it into happy hour with you and your homegirls, just like sipping wine and cutting stuff out. Like if you're not intentional about it, it's not going to work for you. You have to be intentional. So if you are interested in manifesting money, whether you want to manifest a man or some money, they're both going to require a new mindset. That's across the board with anything, whether you want to start a business, whether you want to lose weight, whether you want to get into a relationship, get out of a relationship, it's going to require a mindset that is in alignment with that thing that you want. So if you want to manifest more wealth, you're going to have to build a wealthier mindset. You can do this by writing yourself a check. There's like a famous Jim Carrey, Oprah interview where he talks about the fact that he wrote out this check, kept it in his pocket until he could actually cash that check. It was like $1 million check. It's something about setting the intention just by writing it out. Just by writing it out. You get yourself closer to your goals just by setting those goals. Okay. So write yourself a check for the amount of money you want to have in the bank. Like, I want to be able to cash this check. Make a dream list of the partners you want to work with, the job you want to get, the career you want to have, the gigs, if you are like a independent contractor, or the contracts you want to secure. Make a dream list. If I were to ask you, like, who's the dream client that you want to hire you? You might not even know who that person is. And you might never even work with that person once you figure it out. But if you are intentional about the type of people you want to work with, you'll get closer to actually working with those people. So writing out your check, making your dream list. If you want a new car, go test drive it. Go see what it feels like to sit behind the wheel of that G-Wagon. Okay, it just feels different. Put yourself in that energy. Surround yourself with luxury. And this can be luxury on your level. So you don't have to go to the Four Seasons spa. Maybe you go to one of those little $29 foot massage places that you drive by in the shopping center. They pop up all around town. Whatever luxury looks like for you. You don't have to do it on Beyonce's level. Do it on your level. But surround yourself with luxury if you want to manifest more luxurious things. Add a little luxury to your life. Okay? So if you want to manifest more money or wealth or luxury, start surrounding yourself with those things. Now, if you want to manifest a man, come on over here. That's my specialty, y'all. Because I've manifested the mess, but I also manifested the man of my dreams. Like, truly, not even saying that like the man of my dreams, like he for real is. And I was able to manifest him even after all of the losers. Like, even after I wasted all of my time making all the mistakes and doing all of the wrong things, I was still able to get right. So if you want to manifest the man of your dreams, first thing that you're going to have to do is you're going to have to make a list. Because again, in manifestation, it's all about being intentional. It's all about being intentional. Okay. So the first thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to make a list, but you're not going to make a little petty list like I made. You're going to be intentional with your list. You're going to make sure that the only things that go on this list are the things that actually matter. Okay. So the things that you should be putting on the list, the types of things that you want to experience with this person, the type of lifestyle that you want to live with this person, right? Think about the things that are actually going to matter, not what kind of job he has, because sis, that thing might end tomorrow. Okay. What kind of mindset does he have? What kind of spirit does he have? What does he value? Does his morals match yours? Are you equally yoked? Do you have a common vision, a common goal? So make the list. And then once you make the list, that's the easy part. The harder part is becoming the list. Because you got to think about it. If you close your eyes and you imagine your dream man, not necessarily what he looks like, but like the types of things that he does. So when I would like try to envision the man that was like my dream man, I knew that I didn't want to close my eyes and try to imagine like what he looked like. I wanted to imagine the types of things that he did for me, the way he made me feel. Like, one of the things that was super important for me, I wanted a gentleman. That might not be a big deal for a lot of people, but in my mind, a gentleman, like that one attribute covers so many things. Because if you're a gentleman, you're going to protect me, right? You're going to be soft and gentle with me. You are going to be generous with me. So all of these other things that come along with somebody being a gentleman, that's what was important for me. Being spontaneous, being fun. So when I manifested Kendrick and he was sending me those text messages like, what you doing? Get dressed. I'm on the way. That was like, I was dreaming about this, like, oh my God, this is what I've been waiting for. I would literally have in my mind, like one of the things that I wanted my man to do was surprise me with vacations. Like I had all of these little things that I was looking forward to in my mind, and Kendrick has done a lot of the things. Okay. Have some of those things in your head, not just, I want him to look like X, Y, and Z. What are the things that you want to experience? What is the vibe that you want to have? Like I wanted to marry my best friend. I wanted us to have fun together. I wanted us to be able to laugh and talk like homies about anything, about everything for hours. That's what was important for me. I got very, very clear on what I wanted before I went out and tried to become a match to it. So get clear about what you want. Make the list, become a match to the list, and then be open to who spirit aligns you to. Kendrick was not my type. Now, I haven't necessarily, let me not say that, because I didn't really have a type. I just like what I like. So I won't say Kendrick was not my type, but I'll say that there was nothing special about Kendrick when I met him. I wasn't like, ooh, yeah, Zaddy, who is this? Like, I was not like that. And he knows this, so I'm not being shady. But he had braces. He looked real young. Like, I thought he was a kid. There was just nothing about him that made me like, ooh, yeah, let me give you my number. But when I tell you, it was, I mean, I don't know how to say it other than like it was spirit. It was literally like something, I don't know what, but something urging me to give him my number. Something urging me to give him my number. And again, this man had braces. I was not interested in no man with no braces, okay? And I ain't even really I met him at a club, y'all. I wasn't even the type of person to give my number out at a club, at a party like that. But again, I was being open. I was in receiving mode instead of trying to be in dictating mode, where most of us want to tell God what we want him to do. Wink, wink. I decided to put myself in receiving mode and just be receptive to what spirit aligned me with. A big part of this is the belief part. It's you being intentional about what you want, but then you having so much confidence in the God that you serve, so much faith that what's for you will find you. Because what I need for y'all to understand about this whole manifestation thing is what's meant for you cannot miss you. It's impossible. Write that down. What's meant for me will not miss me. It's impossible. So for the remainder of 2022, we together, collectively, our goal is the path of least resistance. Write that down. I am open to operating in the path of least resistance. I ain't trying to force nothing. I ain't trying to rush nothing. I don't want anything that is not for me. I don't want anybody's blessing. I'm not trying to take anybody's bag. I don't want anybody's boo. I don't want anything that God has not sent, especially and specifically for me. But I'm willing to do the work to make sure that I'm in the right place at the right time, talking to the right people, and that I am ready. Because again, you don't just get what you pray for, you get what you prepare for. But luckily, thankfully, I am living proof. I am a witness that God wants you to have what you want. What you want wants you, but you got to be willing to do the work. So I want to go ahead and drop in the chat the link. Well, let me show y'all real quick my virtual vision board. And then I'm going to drop the link so that you can create one for yourself too. I definitely want to encourage you though, after you create it, make sure that you actually add it to your wallpaper for your cell phone, the lock screen, the backdrop, somewhere. Add it somewhere so that it's a constant reminder of what you are working towards. So let me share my screen really quick. And this is just one example of a template that I found, but this template is literally a Canva template. So this is just one, but you can definitely find other options if you like a different look. Why does it? Okay, let me share my screen. And then I got something special for y'all. So let me share this with y'all really quick. Don't judge all my tabs I got open either. But this is, let's see if I can blow it up a little bit. So that's what the template looks like. This is what it'll look like when I send it to you. And then here's my vision board. So I'm going to be, more intentional about my domestic duties, being a domestic lady. I really want to make, healthy baby food and stuff for my little kiddo. This represents freedom just all around. I really, truly am about that laptop lifestyle. I want to travel the world with my man, still emphasizing our relationship and not only, us as parents, but, making sure we continue to invest in our romance and all that good stuff. Super intentional about our home. So you see the palm trees. We're obviously in a tropical place. Then we got, you can't really see this, but this is a balcony. Our rental property, it's definitely downtown condo, high-rise vibes. I'm working, as you see, this is a TV set right here. I'm shooting, probably got some brand deals going on. I'm traveling, but not just traveling. I'm traveling in style, first class only. And then we got the little kiddos here. You see my big boy in the middle and then his little siblings over there on the side. So I'm going to send you a link to be able to use. Let me just delete mine off of here. And then I'll send you this link to be able to use this template if you would like. But like I said, this is just one template that I found on Canva, but there's a bunch more. So if you like a different layout, you can definitely feel free to find your own. So there's the link in the chat. Now, before we head out, y'all know I gotta give y'all something special, okay? So this is for my single ladies. If you're not a single lady, you can go ahead and log off, sis. We done. We done if you're not a single lady. But for my single ladies, if you are truly ready to manifest the man that you desire and deserve, if you are ready to stop playing these games, if you are ready to stop dealing with somebody's dusty son and start attracting marriage-minded men, I'm going to need for you to join me on February 13th at the Single Season Summit. Now, this is a 4-hour digital masterclass where you and I are going to really work through unpacking your unresolved issues, uncovering your true partnership potential, and really figuring out how your decisions, your desires could be leading to your downfall. Now, I know that y'all know tomorrow I'm doing the staycation giveaway, but this is the thing. I decided that I don't want to penalize anybody who has purchased the tickets before February 1st. So I'm doing something special for everybody here. I'm about to drop a link in the chat for the Single Season Summit. This link is going to save you $50 on your VIP ticket if you purchase your VIP ticket before midnight tonight. So that's like 2.5 hours, okay, that you have. If you purchase your ticket before midnight tonight, you're going to save $50. I already told you that. But you're also going to be entered to win a staycation. So I'm going to give away 2 staycations. One will be for the person automatically going to win if you're the first person to buy a VIP ticket tomorrow at noon. But I don't want you all to have to wait until tomorrow at noon. And I don't want you to miss out on the opportunity to win the staycation either. So the link is in the chat. If you're interested in joining me on February 13th, because you know that you want this to be your last season as a single woman, because you also know that you're ready to do the work to become a wife-minded woman so that you can attract a marriage-minded man, then I'm gonna need for you to join me at the Single Season Summit. You can talk about it or you can be about it. And if you choose to be about it, you can go ahead and save $50 on your VIP ticket, and you can still be entered to win a staycation in your city. The staycation includes an overnight stay at a pretty fancy hotel, Uber Black car service to get you to the hotel. You ain't got to drive, sis. Dinner and a spa service. Listen, I'm laying it out for you because this is going to be your last lonely Valentine's Day. So I'm giving away a second Valentine's Day staycation. If you're interested in a chance to win, all you got to do is grab your VIP ticket to the Single Season Summit. You can save $50 and enter for your chance to win. Regardless of whether you grab your ticket tonight, tomorrow, next week, or whenever, I truly, truly hope that this Manifestation Masterclass has been helpful for you. I would love to hear your thoughts, see your notes, get some feedback. So feel free to slide in my DMs and let me know what you are about to manifest. I truly, truly hope that this is your most profitable and purpose-driven year ever. I love you. Have a good night.